and welcome to today's session. I feel like it's been a while, or at least I feel like there was a whirlwind energy that was like a storm, which made the week feel like longer than it actually is. I've been feeling a sense of like a week passing like 3 weeks, you know? This perception of time and space is changing around you drastically. And I am also right out the bat, actually, I am sensing a cup overflow. There is something in you that you have been trying to keep in your heart. Hold it within, inside the cup, inside the heart for a while now, and it is overflowing you. With a storm, you won't be able to contain it. You will no longer be able to contain it. It is going to overflow you. Yes, right off the bat. And yes, before we start, today we have something fun. Many of you know that I am actually preparing my own deck. And last week I got test prints. They're not good prints. They're only for me to see certain things on the design. And the design is going to change drastically, but the illustrations are the illustrations. So today we're going to use the major arcana of my deck for the first time in the channel to get the general energy. So if you want to see here, this is the deck that I've been drawing. Of course, it's going to be different. It's going to be in the card form, and the typography may change, and of course the quality of the print is going to change. But it is very exciting for me right now because this is the first time that we're actually going to use my own deck's major arcana for our sessions. This is one. And I also found a really cute deck in the Flying Tiger mini tarot deck, which is this one. We're also going to use that for the purposes of fun today. So it's pretty exciting for me sharing this intimacy with you, me designing this deck. Other than that, before we start, as I am grounding into the energy, there is also the fact that I have to remind you that, guys, if you like the content that I'm creating, all these sessions, and if they're helping you in any way, I would love you to like and subscribe and share and comment for the purposes of thank you. It's helping the channel a great deal, and it also affects my continuity and regularity in regards to uploading content, the uploading sessions for the channel. As you know, I'm also an artist and illustrator, therefore I am a somewhat busy person. So the efficiency, the feedback that I get from the work that I put up on, that I share with the outer world, and the feedback actually affects my time management in regards to making time for these kind of yes, stuff that I produce, let's say. So I would love you to give it a thumbs up, you know. You know what I mean. And other than that, my personal readings are open, and if you'd like to book a personal reading, the only link that you can reach it, that you can book a personal reading with me, is in the description box. It's an Etsy link, and as you decide on purchasing that, I will be contacting you to book a date for a personal appointment of a personal reading. I'm not doing it like in a way of like sending you videos or whatnot, but obviously we're open. I actually arrange a personal conference call with you guys to make it really personal and meet you up guys there and read you. So keep that in mind, because some readers are just sending you a text or a video instead of meeting you up. That's not me, in case you're wondering. Yes. So those are the things that I have to remind you. And I will pull another card to start with the energy. Not that for this one. Okay. Okay. Exciting. Clearing my throat. This cup overflow, it's about communication. There is something that you feel deep inside your heart and you need to get it out of your chest some way or other, okay? So that's what this is about, right off the bat, what I'm feeling. It is a complicated situation. You don't need to deal with the circumstances or the strategy. That's not on you. What you need to focus on is the truth of your heart, guys. So let's bless the area, because it's our secret space. Yes, the secret of your heart. You only need to be honest with yourself, with your heart. It's overflowing anyways. It is. You cannot control it. The star. Are we surprised? No. The hanged man. Wow, the mask for love. And the temperance. I sense this beautiful, excited energy. This thing, this sensation, whatever it is, it is like a waterfall without a sound. Silent, deep. But it's a waterfall. It's interesting. Like, out, why I'm sensing this waterfall overflowing, but in that plane, the waterfall doesn't have a sound. It's silent, but there is this depth of overflow in the silence that's how you hear the sound of the waterfall, which is giving me the feeling of otherworldly, out of this world. Like the physics of this situation is not bound to the rules of this world, the laws of the physics of this world. You know, it is coming from somewhere beneath, coming from the center. Okay. You were, of course, caught unprepared, because the star, you see, here I was illustrating a personal interpretation of a nebula, actually. This the center and two sides of it, like it is this explosion, it is this, you know, that force, like, and like this, and then this nebula is reforming into a star, dead and reborn, you know, like normally, yes, they turn into supernovas and all that kind of stuff, but you know what I mean, like this star exploding, and with that power, creating something completely new and more powerful in mass and in gravity. And it is happening simultaneously. Like, it's the moment this explosion, this encounter, this awakening happens, the star is dead and the supernova is born simultaneously now. The dying process and the birthing process is actually the same process. Although, depending on your perspective, the Hanged Man, depending on your perspective, whether you are sensing an end, a death, or a beginning, a birth, is changing, and it's completely up to you. We see the duality in the temperance as well. See, our celestial figure is transferring the water, the holy water, in between two holy cups, standing over the lake. You know what I mean. Here we also see a transference, a transcendence, an alchemy of duality, of the same source of energy. Here we see the Hanged Man, we see the perspective shift. The man hang himself upside down, as above so below relationship, and over a pond, and over the pond he actually has a mask, and the mask has fallen to the pond, and now the man is unmasked, and at the same time, because of his focus of perspective, he is, or she is, doesn't matter, the person is looking at their own face, their own mask, what they have been constructed for all this time. Another duality here. So this as above so below, or this alchemical transcendence, transference, and the dualistic relationship here is very apparent, I see, and it is a new creation. So because you couldn't be prepared for this, and now I'm feeling an itchiness over my solar plexus. It's like, oh my God, wow, you're terrified of this. It was a complete surprise to you, and you're terrified of the magnitude of this, because you're in the center of the storm and you're sensing all this energy around you, this energy around you, and it is so strong. You can feel the strength of it. All of these things that you have been working on, you have constructed yourself, this self-construction, everything you feel like is at risk. Yes. But it is also breathtaking. It's beautiful. You have this awe in you, this fear and awe in your belly, this, you want to run away from it, but you cannot, because you're clearly hung. You're in place. You're in the center of the storm. You're hung, or a tree perhaps, or, like there is this area, this magnetism around you. You cannot move. Something is keeping you still and in your place. You have to face this. There is no escape. And therefore you're feeling like this anxiety. Deep within you somewhere, you know that it's not going to hurt you, but the mask is afraid. Mask is afraid. All right, let's go on with our beautiful Deviant Moon deck to get a little more detail about this energy. For some reason, like we need a fourth card here, but for now, I'll keep it this way. Okay, triangle, triangular energy, transformative energy. Never-ending storm. It feels like a never-ending story of your own transformation, and you feel like at the heart of the storm, eye of the storm. The Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, the Bermuda Triangle. You know, the thing is, like, the reason Bermuda Triangle is a myth of, yes, you know, is because the center of the storm, this Bermuda Triangle in the map, here, it is said that there is no gravity, like as if it's a glitch in gravity there, that there is this ungrounded tornado-like gravitational, because of the lack of gravity, the area turns into a tornado, you know, like that sucks things in, you know, like in the Bermuda Triangle story. So this is exactly how it feels for you. You're at the center of the storm. The center of the storm, the triangle is you, and you feel completely ungrounded because it is a glitch in the matrix. You don't have gravity. You don't hold gravity in the proper laws of gravity. Out of this earth, out of this world, kind of. You're still there, you're centerfold, but you hold no gravity. And because of that, anything that comes into your orbit, you suck them right into your own depths, into the pond. You're transmuting the energy, like in the Temperance, like in the Star card. Everything around you feels this inescapable gravity and pull towards you, yet you are feeling groundless, weightless. This dualistic feeling, this resistance you feel, you know, like it's ironical. It's ironical. Crazy. Five of Swords. The Temperance, double confirmation, interesting. Knight of Wands and Victory. Six of Wands. Must. And the Strength. You are expected to balance this dualistic, ironical feeling within you. Fight or flight is highly triggered. This ego reaction is highly triggered within you because you are afraid of the potential of this energy. You know, it is a catalytic energy, and when this energy actually, you know, now it's coming to my mind that this Dorothy, you know, in The Wizard of Oz, like this tornado taking her house into itself, and when the tornado stops, Dorothy finds herself in Oz feeling. So somehow you recognize this energy, you know what it is deep within, and you know when this energy presents itself, when it's done with you, you're gonna be not Kansas anymore. Okay, not in Kansas anymore. You're gonna be in Oz. Something is gonna shift drastically, and because you can sense that, you want to run away from it. It triggers you. It excites you also because it also means that magic is about to present itself in your life, but at the same time, because of the magnitude and because of the effects that it could have all over your life, your habits, your, what's the word? I cannot find the word. Your predisposed life, you know, this constructed life that you carefully knit, it's a catalytic energy that can take it all away from you. And you sense that. Another perspective shift here. I see, looking at the Hanged Man. You know you're masked. You know something is not. You know what's beneath the mask also, and you are wearing this mask by choice. And all this time, you've been wearing this mask by choice. It was comfortable. You have this fear that if you unmask yourself, people are going to be terrified of you. People are not going to know what is behind it. And because of that, and then that they would not know the moment they encounter the truth, they will not know what to do with it. Therefore, you're trying to scale yourself into a certain what's the word? Into a certain format, let's say, into a certain octave, for example. Like, I don't know, musical reference coming to me. Like, you transpose yourself using this mask so that you know that you are controllably recognizable, although even if it's not the real, the whole thing, you are constructing this face so that people can feel as if they can recognize you, they can know who you are, they can see the depths of you, they can understand, so they are not terrified, but it is not the truth. I hope you can hear me because placement of my mic is a bit tricky this time. How can I do this better? It's always hard. It highly depends on what you wear, and I don't know. I really don't. I can't hold my face like this all the time, so yeah. We'll see. But it's not the real thing. You've been living a lie. And the part of you actually. Sorry. Help. My god. Sorry. Maybe I should cut this part. I don't know. I hope it will work. Okay, for now I will talk like this. Okay. My mic on my hand, because for some reason I couldn't let go of this whole placement issue. Therefore, maybe, yeah. Let's go. Yes, you've been invested in this because you actually wanted this comfort in your life. You wanted to belong somewhere. You wanted to, more than anything, that was your heart's desire, belonging somewhere. Someone, someplace. whatever it takes to just to belong, you know. But for some reason, whenever you tried that, you couldn't because you didn't belong there. You just wanted to belong, but you never found the place to to belong to begin with because of who you truly are. You never showed the courage to show who you really are. Therefore, nobody could have any chance to accept you for who you truly are because they didn't know. But when you even tried a little bit, show them a little peek of it, people mostly ran away. Situations, opportunities, anything, doors close on you. And you were used to that, therefore you thought that you're too much, that you were the black sheep, that you could not belong anywhere in this world according to the status quo of this world's social structures. But you cannot take it any longer. It's not in your hands, this overflow. You can no longer tame this beast. Whatever you do, no matter how hard you try to run away from this realization, no matter which direction you run, you are reaching the same destination because in your heart you belong to the truth. You always look elsewhere outside. I see a sun and the moon here in the creature's heart. Try to use one hand. See, there's a hidden sun mask here, and right underneath a crescent moon looking up. You terrify people looking ethereal. They cannot understand. What are you? Are you even human? I'm hearing. Are you even human? Who are you? You look like a fairy, something supernatural, not of this earth, when you are completely yourself. Your strength comes from your uniqueness. Your strength comes from your true self, not the mask you wear. You are not supposed to be ordinary. And if you are to trigger the status quo just by being yourself a little bit, maybe the status quo needs a trigger, and maybe that trigger is you. Maybe you are needed. Yes, the belonging to the heart thing. Yes, maybe where you belong, it's not a maybe, actually, I'm sensing this. And you know this, but you don't want to show it, not even claim it, but you claim it, but you don't want to show it to the outer world. But it is time that where you belong is your truth. Okay, it is not an outer place that you can belong. It's not a person, it's not a house, it's not a place. You will never belong into those kind of things for not more than a little while, because you know that anything manifested, created in this world is only temporary, and it's not the real thing. It's just a manifestation, it's just an illusion. And illusions are fun and lovely, and we love them, but they are not built to last. And you know that there is something deeper than that that actually lasts within you, and you are loyal to that. That is where you belong. That's where your true strength lies. So, honey, it's time to unleash the beast because you know it's there within you. Don't lie to yourself because it will eventually gonna come out because that's the nature of things. Okay, so let's go with this funny deck together. It's so cute, yeah. And ease this anxiety a little bit. I can still feel that you're a little anxious, but also very fun. You feel more fun right now because this was somehow you were looking at the wrong thing to understand this feeling you have, the wrong object, the wrong circumstance. And I'm sensing that as I am guiding you to your within, like your inner self, your truth, you feel more relaxed and excited. Yes. Okay. So put the mic down like this. I hope we're still good. You're still in the transformation stage. You feel the stasis because you're at the center, and until the storm is over, you will feel like as if you're stagnant in your own energy for the time being. But actually, what's going on around you is pretty active. Here we can see that. So don't worry, it's a natural process. Let's see, my little deck. You're so conveniently cute. Wonderful. It's so fun. I love it. Funny. Six of Cups. By the way, let me check the recording. Mm-hmm. Three of Swords. Oh, interesting. Guess it's different than usual. I sense resistance on the matters of the heart. What's going on? There's something that you really don't want to tell to yourself. And it's directly linked to your, yes, truth of self. And it is rebuilding you in a new formation. That's why you have to let go of your mask because you're about to get a new one. Yes, as much as we don't want to wear masks, we have to because we're still in the theater, okay? For amplification purposes. But every now and then our roles change and we can change our masks. It's not the end of the world. Okay? Don't worry. Don't take your person too seriously. It's just temporary. You know that. All right. Queen of Pentacles. This thing you're trying to run away from is your own heartbreak. You don't want to admit to yourself how heartbroken you are, in some sense. Whoops. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, divine counterpart energy. Hangman again. Can you see double confirmation? By the way, isn't it cute? The cat. Jeez. Temperance. Temperance. Hangman. Hangman. Trying to balancing your own perspective on something. The Fool. And the Emperor. And I love this depiction. This reminds me of this Aura Mazda, the Iranian depiction of God. The empty chair and the crown and the, what's this, the wand and everything. But it's still the Emperor, but you see nothing. You know, Ahura Mazda was depicted in the, I mentioned it before on this channel, that depicted in the, what's the word? Hieroglyphs as an empty chariot. Here the Emperor is depicted as that wonderful imagery. When you take off the mask, you realize there's nothing there. But you're still here. How is that happening? See, that's the thing. You're afraid of what you're going to see beneath it, because deep down, you know that there is nothing there. No? But if there is nothing there, then who am I? I mean, am I nothing? But if there is nothing, and if I am nothing, how come I be nothing and be here? Like, how can I exist and be non-existent at the same time? Where is this authority coming from? What is this potential I'm hearing? You feel like a fool with all this potential you're seeing because the box is empty. The chair is empty. And what you see in front of you, objectively, I'm looking at these eggs. I realize everything that you see, you know, like this objects, you know, anything solid you see around you, whatever, you know. All those things, you start to just see them like, what's the word? Empty vessels, plastic containers, something along plastic, I don't know, plastic containers, empty vessels. Your own heartbreak. Whatever put you in the hangman stage, whatever that is, okay? The reason you are there is you are trying to fulfill your heart by yourself without any outside influence because you're heartbroken. You think that the harmony you desire can only be obtained through you, within you, and no matter how hard you try, anything you see in the outer world is, it's like these eggs with crowns and there is nothing beneath it. Like whenever you try to come close, the illusion breaks. Whoever, whatever, whichever circumstance, Whenever you try to come close and face a certain threshold and pass through that threshold, whatever is in front of you suddenly, empties inside. Like you realize that it is just an illusion and it's nothing there. Like you have been trying all this time for nothing, because through the veil, behind the veil, you thought that you were going to find something as you go through the threshold, pull the veil, pull the curtains. But every time you come to the point that when you pull curtains, it's not what you expected, and this has been happening, and it's something about love, your heart, your truth, and then you realize that you thought to yourself that it's not worth it, because every time you think you find it and you put all this work in, all you get is a heartbreak and a disappointment, because it is not what you think it is. And you couldn't even carry the disappointment any longer. You don't have the place to it, to carry, contain it. You don't. You realize that this is also a mental prison, and you want to, Ace of Cups, cup overflow, confirmation, and the bird. You realized even the heartbreak, disappointment you carry, and the obligation to sustain your own heart from within kind of perspective is your own mental prison. It's your own suffering. And the way to get out of all this crap that you got so used to is actually letting your cup overflow, letting go, complete all of it, and free whatever is flowing from within to the outside. You're not going to ice yourself any longer. You're not going to keep your heart cold. Okay. Justice. That's the way. And right on top of Queen and King of Pentacles, I see this also a divine masculine feminine relationship within you, of course also outside of you, but here this is more within, like your own masculine and feminine aspects inside, like yin yang. Okay, so you're justifying the weight of the two right now, your heart and your mind. As you let yourself free to express your heart to the outer world, all the injustices that you got used to in your life are going to be justified. This whole extreme situation is happening to you because you need a little kick actually to get out of your comfort zone, because you're so stubborn and you are so used to this kind of mental construct, this hyper independence, because you're afraid of vulnerability, because you have this belief that there is nowhere you could belong. There is no one who could understand you. Every try and tribulation is only a disappointment of your heart. Nothing can soothe your heart. No one and no place you can belong kind of narrative. And it is giving you injustice. You are being unjust to yourself. The moon. And the sun. Wow. Again, this divine counterpart energy, mother, moon, father, son. you are sensing something and you cannot really comprehend it, and it terrifies you. It's this moon and sun energy together, because you never sensed anything this balanced in your life before. Nothing this silent, nothing this deep, nothing just, not this just, I don't know, my words and my are not enough. The reckoning is near. It's coming true. I mean, in the words are coming. Reckoning is for some reason specific. The scales are going to be justified. And then you're going to understand why you needed this kick in the butt, my friend. Right now, impossible. You're in the hangman stage and you're metamorphosizing. Everything you know, everything, your life, your body, everything is in metamorphosis right now. Every single thing in your life. And you're dead afraid. I can sense that. You're very afraid. Yes. Ten of Pentacles. You're going to your Ten of Pentacles. You're going to be so happy. You're going to be grounded. You will belong. Finally, you will belong to someplace. You will root in it. Become a big tree and picking the fruits. This is your own story. You're the main event. This is your own becoming, guys. You already are, but this is rather the manifestation of it in the physical realm. Underneath the tower. Ice cream falling off. The ice is melting. This tower, don't let it frighten you. It's not a frightening kind of tower. It's only going to reveal your own strengths better. See, double confirmation. A lot of double confirmations here. Guys, you have nothing to be afraid of. The Wheel of Fortune, whatever is happening, it is happening for you. And you're going to be victorious. You're going to be the Emperor with the Fool, heart of the Fool, but the authority of the Emperor and the strength and the justice and Ace of Cups. You know, you're going to live your heart out with the strength of the infinite, you know, the unseen, the unknown, the unborn. You are the unborn so much that the death and the birth is your coffee break. That's what I feel, guys. It's something you do for, like, I don't know, for fun of it. I don't know, for like, I don't know, it feels like snowboarding, you know, skating, riding a bicycle. You're the rider, remember that. And what are you riding on? Who is the rider? You should think about that. You're the sun and the moon, and you are going to be victorious of this. You are so strong. You are in the middle of the process. This is an alchemical process. This is a healing process. This is a death and rebirth at the same time. I don't know. Like, ever since I opened this channel, there is this kind of energy all the time. This giant cycles of transformation, smaller cycles, bigger cycles. I'm sorry, guys. I read what I see, and what I see is this is, again, you are maybe you're changing too fast. You know, like you're really good at this. You're changing too fast. So you complete the transformation, then another one chapter opens, then you quickly complete that one, and then another one happens, and all the time you feel like this hanged man kind of. You feel like trapped, but that's an illusion. You're not. You're so strong. Look at it. Look at it. Look at this. There aren't many people in this world who can go through this kind of experience. Give yourself the worth you deserve. Almost everybody, even though you're trying to conceal this behind the mask, that somehow senses there is something strange about you, something they cannot pinpoint, something they cannot otherworldly, something otherworldly that's not of this earth, but yet still here, grounded. They can sense it. You know this, but somehow you're trying to conceal that from yourself. What are you afraid of? Disappointing yourself? That disappointment story is not your own. It is something that your parents, your family, your surroundings have been instilled in you. You cannot disappoint yourself. No matter what you do, you cannot disappoint yourself because you know that the mask is fake. And you cannot unknow it. And if you want to reach your heart's desire, you gotta be a little courageous to melt that ice from your heart. Warm it a little bit. Don't be afraid of this. No need. You've got what it takes to go pull this through. And you know that deep down. And I promise you, you will be victorious over it. This is going to be the best and greatest tower moment that ever happened to you. You will say that at the end of your days. Although it frightens you a little bit right now. It is your wheel of fortune. It's a blessing in disguise. Okay, guys. Finally, this card is looking at me. Oh, the tower, my god. This energy, oh my god. I mean, how many times are these happening in the readings? Guy, you know, like, I mean, what is this consistency? Double, 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 double. What the? I mean. And also temperance, temperance. Let me check. Okay, guys. Which also gives me the feeling that whatever this is reciprocating. There is another element that you're considering, you know, just as like, as if this is the mirror point, like not the mirror, but the line, okay, between reflections, okay. There's this side to it, this side to it. This is exactly the same. This is your own reflection. This, whatever this is you're facing, is yourself, your real self. I'm not talking about the mask. Yourself looking back at you. And this is a dual aspected thing. And maybe you don't know, everything is double reciprocated. Whatever you feel, it is reciprocated on the other side as well. So you don't need to question it. This is a dual job. This is like Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Again, counterpart energy. Double counterpart energy. You're going through the same thing with this other aspect. It's only the other side of the mirror, but it's exactly the same thing that they're going through. The tower is about you knowing that you can no longer downplay yourself, play it safe. You're not who you say you are. I'm not saying this in a malice. You know who you are, but you are concealing it. You can conceal it maybe to a certain extent to the outer world, more shallow relationships, but you cannot do it in your own home like a full-time job. Impossible. Give it time. Just a little time. Not too much time, but a little time, okay? Give it a little time. Digest this whole thing. Um, gather your strength. You are already very strong, but acknowledge it and practice it. And ground yourself so that you can carry this strength. Bless you. It's my dog. And do not worry about the physical conditions, the specifications. They're not yours to carry. That's life's job to carry. You know, like you are at this stage because life brought you here. You weren't intending to be here, right? So, as you can see, you are not the only conscious thing that is unseen. There is a great web, and it is conscious. Therefore, you don't have to carry the details, the things that are too heavy to carry. There are other mechanisms that are specifically placed to carry you through, carry your experiences through in this life. Trust this. Trust the unseen. It is necessary at this point because the ground is giving way. Okay? The only thing that you can actually hold on to, like the Bermuda Triangle, remember that. No gravity, but you are there. Everything is coming to you, pulling through you, but you are still there, stable. There won't be any ground that you can stand on except within, except in your heart. Therefore, you gotta learn how to operate on that level of consciousness. You cannot hold on to the previous heartbreaks and the structures you've built around your life any longer. That era is over. It's unsustainable. This is a death and rebirth. It already exploded. Now it's reforming. What you remember is no longer there. And it's not coming back. It's gone. Oops, I was just trying to... Alright. I didn't mean to ring the bell, but it just happened 3 times. I was only going to place it. Funny, intuition-wise, so 3 times the bell rang. For whom the bell tolls is coming to my mind, strangely. Yesterday we were at a friend's and I haven't heard the song for a long time, but we were in the kitchen cooking and he suddenly opened this song, started playing the song, For Whom the Bell Tolls, and I'm like, this somehow feels significant. I mean, the name feels significant, not the song. That I kind of got tired of that song. It's how many years? I don't know. I've been encountering that, but now that it's triggered, the bell tolls for you, darling. Gather your strength, your courage. No fight or flight. Okay? Presence. It's time to pull out that key wherever you hid it from and open the locket of your heart. And then hand that key to the one who belongs to keep it. It's time. Yes, guys. All right. Thank you for being here today with me. And thank you for sharing my excitement about this new deck that I'm working on. It's still a long way to go. 78 cards, you know the drill, but Major Arcana is finished, and so excited for it. And it was lovely to, for the first time, use it here on this session. It was, I feel, a beautiful reading. The energy is beautiful. Trust yourself, please. You've got what it takes. And the wheel is turning in your favor. That's why the bells are tolling. Maybe a great union is at hand. For whom? Who knows? But I'll give you a hint. You do. Alright, guys. Be honest with yourselves. I love you. I really do. It's wonderful to be here and share these moments with you. And I will see you soon. Don't worry about it. Bye.